Hey, what's going on, guys? It's HawksNest here, back with another COD mobile video. Now, this video is kind of lazy, but I thought it'd be fun. I'm actually flying back to Austin, Texas in a couple hours, and I just thought this would be a fun little video to do really quickly. So, basically, if you guys don't already know what it is based on the title, basically we're ranking all of the COD mobile seasons in terms of their battle passes. So, I will drop a link to this tier list down below if you guys want to do it yourself. It is kind of tough to fit an entire season in one little screenshot, especially for the seasons that didn't have the format that they do now, which is like this kind of format where they show basically all the cool stuff in the battle pass in one image. So for like season 1, for example, I just took like the 4 main things and combined them into one image and then put S1 on the top left corner, and then every single one will say the season, by the way. And obviously season 13 was the last time we actually had a season that was just a season number, and then everything after that, what I did was just said 2021 and then obviously that season. So season 1 2021, season 2 2021, so on and so forth. So again, if you guys want to check it out, link down below. But with all that being said, let's go ahead and actually get into the ranking process. Actually, what I want to do is explain how I'm ranking this. So one more time, I'm just basing it on the battle pass, because if I do things other than the battle pass, it gets a lot more complicated and this video would be a lot longer, and I'd have to research stuff and it'd be a pain. So just the battle pass is what we're going to be focusing on. And the way that I'm going to do it is literally just what do I think is the best and what do I think is the worst. Whatever that is in my mind, I'll probably explain as we go on. But in my mind, it's what skins are the best and what battle pass is the most cohesive. So like how the skins fit together and kind of the theme and all that. And again, it's really tough to give this like strict criteria. So we're just going to kind of go as we're going to figure things out as we go along, essentially. So we are doing this in order as well. So season 1 here, and then at the very end, the most recent season, which is season 5, 2021. So with all that being said, now let's go ahead and actually rank all these seasons. So season 1, this is tough for me, and I almost wanted to make a rank for season 1 in itself, because obviously it's season 1 and it's like there's so much power behind being the first season of a game. And obviously it also doesn't have like the greatest skins or the greatest volume of skins. Really the only thing worth it in this battle pass that we kind of look back on was the red action AK or the pinstripes type 25 as well. That's a super cool skin, but it's only a blue skin. It wasn't actually like what's now considered a blueprint. So, and obviously Ghost as well. Obviously Ghost, I mean, that's iconic, but there's just tons of variants of Ghost now, so I rarely ever see the traditional one. But I don't know. If I'm ranking this on like nostalgia and all that, I could put it pretty high, but I think if we're looking at it objectively compared to the current battle passes, it's pretty damn low, dude. And I hate doing that. I hate putting it all the way down at D. And I don't know. It just, does the power of it being the first season give it enough to let me put it in like a B or a C? I'm not doing S or A. I'm sorry, just like comparing it to other seasons, I can't do that. But I also feel bad doing a D, so I think a C is safe. And maybe I'll adjust these as I go on, just because I can kind of see how everything's stacking against each other. But that's where I'm going to put that. Now, season 2, the glacier skins are so cool, and I believe they're not blueprints. I believe they're just actually blue uncommon skins, I think. Let me go look real quick, which is crazy because they're animated, so they should be epic, but they're blue. But I love the glacier skins, actually. Ruin, whatever the skin name is, I don't really like it. It just looks kind of like a jarbled mess. I don't really care for it. And again, there wasn't much else in this battle pass other than the glacier skins. So like the glacier skins put it like maybe in a B for me. But I think considering how little volume there is actually in the battle pass, plus the fact that I just really didn't care for the ruin skin. I know it's like a Christmas themed colors, like red and green is very holiday orientated, but I didn't really like it. I'm personally not a big fan of the super colorful skins unless the color kind of means something. Like there's some skins later we'll talk about that have color, but I think look really cool. This skin was jarbled for me, not really a big fan of it, but again, glaciers are pretty cool. So I think C is a solid spot for it. I'm gonna put it below season 1 though. So if you go farther right, it's getting worse and worse. You know what I mean? Like if we were in S tier, this would be the best spot right here, and this would be the worst S tier. So we're gonna put it here, currently at the lowest. Oh, no. Okay, so rare is blue. So yeah, glacier is blue, which is rare, and it is animated. So that's that, which is pretty crazy that an animated skin is rare. Following that, we have season 3. Season 3 was Phantom, FTL, and the Type 25 geometry. I never really liked the Type 25 geometry. When it was a cool epic though, but I just didn't really care for the iron sights. Phantom and FTL were really cool though. I want to say that the overall cohesion of this battle pass was cool too, because I think Phantom, Type 25 geometry, and FTL, they kind of fit together pretty well. But also like season 2 did fit together as well, just because like glacier and like holiday theme and all that. So I mean, it was pretty equally, it was pretty equal to season 2 in terms of how it all tied together. But in terms of just the skins, I think the skins were a lot better. So I think this justifies a B tier. Again, these might get adjusted as I go on because we've got a lot of seasons left, but I think a B tier is pretty solid. I think it's above season 1 and 2. Next up is season 4. This is one of the worst pictures I actually made. Oh, this was, okay, this was Soap, Urban Tracker, and the RUS Viking. So obviously there's a lot of value in just the Soap and Urban Tracker skins. Those are definitely classics. RUS Viking I didn't really care for. And also I feel like this didn't have a theme. You know, the cohesion doesn't make sense. You got like a rainbow knife, you got a RUS Viking, you got a weird S36. You got, so here, I also will show you guys these in HD so we can see them a little bit better. So like here it is in a little bit better graphic. Rainbow knife, RUS Viking, brambles. It just doesn't really make much sense to me. There is value, once again, in the character skins, the 2 character skins, and I think, yeah, I don't know. I just, the fact that it makes no sense to me and doesn't really have a great theme puts it pretty low for me. I think I'm going to put it on the lower end of C. Obviously, again, Urban Tracker, I think people hate me for putting the Battle Pass with Urban Tracker this low, but I just, meh, I don't know. I didn't like that Battle Pass. It didn't make much sense to me. Following that, we have Season 5. This was Reaper, David Mason, and the Blue Steel weapons, or Steel Blue, sorry. So the Steel Blue AK as well as the Arctic 50. This was actually had pretty good cohesion. Skins fit together pretty well. Obviously, we had the Steel Blue skins, which I think were pretty dope. I think this one's probably going to go at the same level as Season 3. Maybe I'll say above, though. I do think the fact that we got the 2 epic skins and then 2 really cool skins as well with Reaper and David Mason, I think that all worked pretty well. I think that was a solid B tier. After this is a very, very pivotal season. This is when COD Mobile switched to a more cohesive season. Just the way that everything worked was a lot better in Season 6. Like, everything had more of a theme to it. So, like, as you can tell from Season 5, I mean, there's kind of a theme here, but then we jump to Season 6, and boom, like, this thing is clearly themed. Like, you would see this and instantly know exactly what the theme is, right? And for that reason, along with, I know I wouldn't really look at things outside of just the Battle Pass, or I said I wouldn't, but the fact that the lobby music was incredible, the fact that this season was just really good, and I have really fond memories means I'm probably going to put it a little bit higher than I maybe should. But again, it was really pivotal in the way that the Battle Pass worked, and everything worked really well. I think the skins all looked dope. I didn't really care for the iron sights on the 2 blueprints, but I just thought it came out really well. And then this was also when the Outlaw came out. And this is when new weapons were being released, I think every Battle Pass. We'll see if it's like that every time, but the Outlaw was definitely new at this point, so we're getting a new weapon in the Battle Pass, along with the Annihilator. I don't know, this just works so well. I think this is an S tier season. Even not looking at the things that I said about like the season music and all that, I still think this is an S tier season. The only thing that kind of puts me down is the fact that there wasn't that much content, and later we're gonna get into a ton of content. I think starting Season 8 is when we start getting like 4 character skins. So maybe A tier, but I feel like people will hate me. I don't know, maybe low S tier is where we're gonna have this right now, but S tier nonetheless. Following that was Season 7, which if we go ahead and look at that, this was the Gear Up. No, that's not the season name. I forgot what the season was. Radioactive or something like that. Again, this is when like every season starts to really have a theme and work together really well. I love the character skins in this. I think this had probably one of the best character skins with Ghost Hazmat. Kruger was okay. I didn't really like the colors too much, especially like when you're actually seeing the character in the game, but the Ghost skin was super dope. The actual weapons with the M4 Backscratcher and QQ9 Flood, those were solid. Overall, I think this was a really solid season. I don't think it had quite the influence that Season 6 had, so I think we'll probably put it at A tier. And again, it didn't have like a ton of content in the same way that Season 6 did, but I think this is probably like a high A tier is where I'd probably put it. And actually, I don't think we got a new weapon in this, so maybe starting Season 6 isn't when we got a new weapon every Battle Pass. Maybe that was like Season 8 or 9 or something like that, but it seems like in this season we didn't actually get a new weapon, so that also puts it down for me. Well, actually, I guess that season we did get a new weapon, but not in the Battle Pass, because I'm pretty sure we got the Chopper that came in a lucky draw. But I don't think this is when every Battle Pass got a brand new weapon, which number one also would be free, because like at some point we started getting a free weapon in every single Battle Pass, or a free new one. After that, we have Season 8, The Forge. Now, this is when we got the DRH, so that's actually really pivotal. The skins in this were sick. The AK-117 kit bag, which made me think this was a different gun. I forgot the name of it, like the Maverick or something. But the blueprint's literally like a different gun from Ghost or something, which was sad. But still, I think we got the tank actually at this point too. I could be wrong in Battle Royale. But we got the DRH, we got new perks. This is when we're getting 4 character skins now, 2 weapon blueprints, along with like the weapon theme like this. I think this was, yeah, Living Rust. I don't know, this was really cool. The character skins, I didn't care for that much. Looking back at it, I think the Kruger Reaper skin, and I don't know, the other 3 I didn't really like. I mean, Reaper the Grinder's okay, but the Kruger skin I liked a lot. I think I actually would still use him occasionally, but the other 3 I just didn't care for. Again, the weapon blueprints were sick, and the DRH obviously is sick. So I think overall, it does have a lot of merit, considering this is now when we started getting 4 character skins per Battle Pass. That's huge, right? But if we're just looking at what the 4 were, I personally didn't love them. And the whole theme was the Forge, and it's a cool, cohesive theme. I just didn't like it too much compared to some of the other seasons. So I think we're probably gonna put this in A. Now, where do we put it in A? Do we put it higher or lower than season 7? I'm gonna say lower. I would, if I could only choose one of these and that's probably how I should be looking at things. Like, if I could choose between two, what one would I want to have right now? Excluding the fact that the DRH is in this, like, that's a brand new weapon. I think skin-wise, but I probably shouldn't exclude that considering that's just part of the battle pass, right? I still am gonna say season 7. It's kind of a toss-up though, considering the DRH was so pivotal, but I'm gonna put it below season 7. Next up was season 9. Season 9, this is when we got the Kilo, and this might be when we started getting a weapon. Oh no, okay, the DRH. So I think this season 8 was when we started getting a weapon every single time. So we got the DRH, and then we got the Kilo. Yeah, I think that's when it started. So anyway, season 9. I think the character skins were sick. I think the Nikto skin was the best. The other ones I wouldn't care for that much. I think they're okay. I think they're kind of cool. I think it's all very cohesive in theme. I think the Nikto one's the only one I would use, you know, from here on out. Character skins, weapons skins. We got 4 this time as opposed to the 2 in the past, so that's pretty cool. But they're also skins that I just don't care for that much. I guess 5 actually if you include the Kilo. So yeah, we're getting a lot of content now. This season was cool. I think that this skin was really cool. The Lazarus, I think the Trendsetter is pretty cool, and I think Nikto is pretty cool. Everything else I don't think I'd really use nowadays, and the Kilo's not that great of a weapon either. So I think we're probably gonna put that in low A as well. Following that, we had season 10. Okay, season 10. This is when we got the Echo. We got a Mace skin, Makarov. I feel like I might have said his name wrong. I always say that one wrong. Outrider skin, and then obviously Mara. Mara was like the really main skin of this season. Weapon skins I didn't care for that much. I mean, the GKS one I think is the only one I ever would really refer back to. The LK24 backwards, I guess that one as well. So I mean, some decent weapon skins, decent character skins. The Mara and the Mace were really cool in my opinion. Echo, I don't go back to, and I don't really care for the epic version of it. Everything else is just kind of meh. I don't know. This was a pretty meh season to me as well. I don't know how I'm going to rank this compared to the other ones, but I think meh is where I'd put it. I honestly think I would probably take it over season 9, but not by much. Like, we're just sitting here in the A tier. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I would take it over season 7 or no, I probably would take it over 8. I think I'll put it here. I think this makes sense to me. Following that, we have season 11, the anniversary. Now, the anniversary season, this was a really cool season and all the things that they did, but if we're just looking at raw battle pass, well, number one, we got this one, we got a Kimbo Fennec, so that was not good. We got advanced UAV, that was pretty cool. We're getting a lot of content at this point too. Weapon skins, I'm not a big fan of like this kind of feel. Like, I really liked Cyberpunk, but the way that this came together was a little messy to me. Like, I just feel like they could have done a lot better with their epic characters. Like, these two are really messy. I thought this Spectre skin was pretty cool. Skylar's pretty cool. I think those Cyberpunk themes are pretty cool. The middle one's kind of meh. Weapon skins I liked. I like the DLQ probably the most. Everything else is okay. I don't know. This one was, again, overall meh to me. I didn't love it. I didn't hate it. It was just kind of messy to me. I feel like it could have been a little cooler for a Cyberpunk type theme, you know? I feel like Cyberpunk has a lot of potential, and this one just didn't quite live up to the possibilities of a Cyberpunk style battle pass. So I think for season 11, we're probably going to rank it, I honestly think, lower. I think we're putting a lot in A right now. I don't think this is B tier. I still think it's pretty cool, but I think we're probably going to put it at A. Low A. I think that's probably good. After that, we have Going Dark. Now, Going Dark, actually, when I think about it, makes me really happy. I don't know why. There's just a lot of cool stuff. The way they teased all this was really cool. The weapon skins, the black and gold, which doesn't fit Going Dark too well, so cohesion's not the best, but like, goddamn, bro, the character skins, Velkin, Urban Tracker, Price, Ghost, the AGR is just a badass weapon. The skin was really cool. I mean, this one's up there, man. This one's up there really high for me. Everything about this was sick. I really can't think of any downsides for me personally. Just looking at this, I think it looks so cool. It's mainly also, I just love Ghost Jawbones. Like, it's one of my favorite character skins in any COD ever. So I'm probably gonna put that in high S. I think that's one of the best seasons so far. Yeah, I'm pretty confident with that. After that, we have season 13, Winter War. Winter War, the epic weapons sucked. I remember these. These were awful. Like, if you look at them, they I don't think that custom iron sights, they just didn't look good at all. Peacekeeper was pretty cool. It was a really unique weapon as well, so that's sick. We had EMP systems. Character skins were all right. Is this Park? Forget her name. Park was okay. The Ghost skin was pretty cool. Adler, Gollum. Character skins were all right. I don't know what I'd rate it. Maybe like a 7 out of 10. Like, it's all right. Epic weapon skins, though, suck. And even the Peacekeeper blueprint was just kind of mad to me. I don't think this one's going to be going that high, to be honest. Especially just considering the 4 epic weapons were just not good. I think we might put this high B. The question is, what would I have between season 11 and 13? Because those are kind of the closest. And season 5. Like, how do I want to order these 3? I don't know. I don't feel awful having that there. I think this is a decent ranking for me personally. Again, the epic weapons just were too bad to justify it being higher. After that, we have season 1 2021. This is when we kind of got a season reset and we're like going back to season 1. But for titling purposes, I called it 2021. Weapons or character skins were Prophet, David Mason, I can't read these, Spectre, and then FTL Powerline. Again, kind of like a cyberpunk-ish looking theme. But again, I feel like it could have been executed better. After 556, I actually really like this skin, kind of like the pinstripes type 25. Epic weapon skins, the carbon cut was sick, and that alone makes it kind of go up a little higher for me, but the other ones I didn't really care for that much. Again, just kind of like a lackluster cyberpunk type theme to me, which maybe not even cyberpunk, just like futuristic. I don't know, I don't think this one's that high. It's gonna get a couple points for the Locust. I also like the David Mason skin, if this is David Mason, which I'm pretty sure it is. And then the FR556 was okay. Also just a cool weapon to be introduced. But I don't think overall as a season, this is going to be going too high on the list for me. I think it belongs in a solid low A. Well, is it better than the past anniversary? That's the question. What one is better between, or not past anniversary, but past like cyberpunk futuristic? Which one of these is better? Let's go take a look again. Between the character skins, I think this season did better. I think New Order. In terms of the weapon skins, pretty much tied. I really like the Locust on this, but I think the 4 in this are overall better. But this one has a better, like, singular one with the Locust being better. The weapon that came out, the Fennec versus the FR556, I think they're very similar. I don't know. I think these things are neck and neck. I really don't know what one I like more. If I have to just off the top of my head, without like really thinking, I would say I would take the New Order over the anniversary season. That's just quick. Yeah, we're gonna stick with that. We're not gonna overthink it. After that is season 2 2021, which looks like this right here. I like this one. I think this one is super sick. I think the character skins with Alex, Milsim, Mace, and Mara Awakening, I think these are super dope. I haven't bought very many battle passes on my phone, my like second account, and I bought it on this one because I really wanted to have the skins. So I think that says a lot. Also, the Val is just a really cool weapon. I think the Judgment Day came out sick. The epic weapons were gnarly, actually. Now that I think about it, Jumper Cable, Eagle Claw, Checkpoint, BK-57 Data Miner. Not super within a theme, I guess, but still super sick. I think everything about this was a dope season. I just thought overall look is super cool. And that Mara skin is crazy too. I think this one's super cool looking. So I think this one's gonna be pretty high for me. I think we're probably gonna put this above season 6 though. It has a lot more content, like a lot more content. Yeah, I think above season 6. It has so much more. That's the only thing. Like season 6 is a special place in my heart, but just looking at Battle Pass objectively, I think it goes here. After that is Tokyo Escape. This is season 3 2021. This one is probably at the highest for me. I just love the theme. I love the aesthetic. I think everything tied together really well. Spectre Ninja, Hedora. I think those are probably some of my favorite skins in the entire game, especially Spectre Ninja. The Zero Escape skin, pretty cool. Takeo Sensei, also pretty cool. Weapon skins, really not my favorite, but enough to keep this really high in the rankings for me. PP19 also was really nice, and I think the main epic skin, I keep saying wepic. The main weapon, epic weapon. This skin was cool, okay? You get my point. So, it's up there. It's definitely up there. I think just overall, in terms of the theme, I think this is probably my favorite. In terms of execution on how it all tied together and like how the skins all look, I want to say up there, but Going Dark is probably even better for me. So I'm probably going to rank this here as my second favorite ever. I really want to put it up here. It's close. But I just like comparing them, I have to go with Going Dark as my favorite in terms of just how everything looked and all the character skins and everything. After that is season 6 2.0, Spurned and Burned. This is like season 6, but give us like a lot more. We got another sniper skin. We got the MK2, which is a marksman rifle. In season 6, we got the Outlaw at the time, so you can tell kind of similar even with the fact that we got snipers. Weapon skins, insane actually. This is, if we got these weapon skins in season 6, it'd be my favorite season ever, just in terms like, it is my favorite season ever, but like in my ranking, it would be probably the very highest. Character skins came out really good. Scarlet Rhodes, Alex, Skyla, Morte, I think they all came out really cool. It all fits the theme perfectly. Weapon skins came out really cool. Overall, it's really cool. The only thing is that we already had this kind of season, so it's kind of like in the back of your mind, you're like, oh, it's just kind of like a repeat, you know, of season 6, which it's cool to, it's kind of fun to like revisit the season 6 theme for a little bit of nostalgia, but I don't know if it's enough to really say it's like my favorite. But again, the weapon skins are, this is probably my favorite ever set of 4 epic weapon skins. I keep wanting to say Wepic, but yeah, it's definitely up there, especially the M4 Spurn and the Razorback. Those two are gnarly looking. So I think this one will probably go right here. I think 3rd is solid. I think this is a good placement. I really like the theme. It's just the fact that it was kind of like a repeat for me threw me off a little bit, but yeah, I think it was a good season. And that takes us to the most recent season, and that is going to be season 5 2021. I love this one, dude. I honestly, the only thing that sucks about this is the iron sights on the epic weapons. Like, I think overall, this is probably one of my favorite seasons ever for like, all 4 skins I love, except maybe the Rose one. I don't really like that one that much. Rourke, I think is his name actually, is okay. But the Otter and Merrick, I love. Those are some of my top 5 skins in the entire game. Epic weapon skins all look sick. Iron sights suck though. CR56 AMAX, really solid gun. I really like the skin. Everything about this, I just love the look of the water and all that. And I think it came out really well. Just the iron sights throw me off a little bit. So I think we're probably gonna put this, I think here, Day of Reckoning, I like it more than Spurned and Burned. Despite the fact that the iron sights aren't great, I still think overall, I like the season aesthetic and just character skins and all that more than Spurned and Burned. I think this is probably how I would rank that. So now that we have everything, I'm probably gonna go through and just like see if I want to tweak anything. So we're gonna start from the very top to the bottom. We'll look at one and then we'll look at the next one and say, is it better or worse? Going Dark, Tokyo Escape. We already kind of looked at that. I feel like that's a fair comparison. In Deep Water versus Tokyo Escape. Yeah, I think Tokyo Escape is better. Spurned and Burned, In Deep Water. I feel like that's good. Day of Reckoning, Spurned and Burned. I'm actually gonna knock Day of Reckoning up above Spurned and Burned. I think the character skins came out better and I would use them a lot more, and I do use them a lot more. And then season 6, again, this one's such a tough placement because it's such a good season. Everything about it is cool, but when we're looking at just like the battle pass, it just lacks the volume that these other ones do. So I think this is solid. I think at the bottom of S. Then at the top of A, we have season 7. I feel like that's pretty fair. I actually think I'll knock it down a bit. I think I like this season more with the Mara and the Echo and all that. Yeah, I think that's okay. And then the Forge versus this season 9. I forgot the name, Conquest, I think. I think Conquest will go over Forge for me. I feel like that's a little bit of a better placement. And then the 2 Neon seasons. We already kind of talked about this a little bit. I feel like this is decent. And then going down into B. Does Winter War deserve this place? Yeah, for its epic weapon skins, I think it deserves a B. And then the rest are kind of just, again, because they're so early on, we didn't get enough content. I feel like this is pretty fair. This season 1, I feel like season 1 just can't be this low. I thought I'd have maybe something come in D, but nothing ever really got there. So I think maybe we'll go like that. Oh, but people are gonna hate me for that. Screw it. I don't care if people hate me for the Urban Tracker in D. We're putting it in D. It just had no cohesion and made no sense. Now, what do we do with this? What do we do with season 1? Season 1 and 2. Are these higher or lower? Nah, I feel like this is good. I mean, again, it's hard to objectively rank things, so I feel like this works. Again, this was not looking at comics. This wasn't looking at like the weapons that come out later in the season. This is just kind of what it looked like on release, like the whole battle pass. Just literally the battle pass is what we're looking at. And I feel like this is good. Let me double check I got the season 2 right. Actually, one more time. I want to make sure I have the rewards correct. I hate looking up season 2 battle pass because then we just get everything from the one 3 months ago. Okay, here we go. Thank you, Parker. Oh, the M4 CQB. Ooh, this actually had a lot more content than I thought. Okay, so this is when battle passes went up to tier 100, and it's also when crates, there would be a battle pass crate that have like another weapon. So like this was the M4 CQB at 100, but then there'd be a battle pass crate with I think the Chickum CQB or LK24. I think Chickum, I'm pretty sure. And the DLQ red action was like season 1's version. So I kind of forgot about that a little bit. So I'm gonna go back and look at the seasons and rank them a little bit more accordingly because they had content. It just was in a different format, I guess. So now that I remember the CQB was in here, I want to bump it above season 1. Oh, but does it deserve that? DLQ red action again is in this mix. I don't know. Season 1's so much more iconic though. I don't know. I think the fact that this was Glacier and all that, I think it's got to be above season 1. I don't know. I think we're going to stick with this. Like, that is something I should have mentioned earlier, but I still don't think that affects my ratings too much. So I think this is my final ranking. All right, so that is my final rankings. Let me know what you guys thought of this video. Let me know what you thought of my rankings. Where did I go wrong? Where did I go terribly, terribly wrong? Like, should season 6 have been in D? Maybe. I don't know. I don't think anyone will think that, but yeah, let me know what you guys thought. Feel free to do this as well if you'd like. I'll have a link down below in the description. And make sure to follow my Twitter. I'll go ahead and post this on my Twitter for you guys' opinions as well, which is at HawksNest. And yeah, I'll see you guys later. Thank you for watching. Peace.